Hello students, I am Rashmi Budva, Assistant Professor of Santa Andrew Institute of Technology and Management, Gurgaon from ETC department. Today's research topic is to interfacing with input-output devices and memory. So सबसे पहले what do you mean by input-output interfacing? And Input-output interface provides a method for transferring information between inter-storage and external input-output devices. Peripheral connected to the microcontroller need special communication links for interfacing them with the CPU, and the purpose of the communication link is to resolve the differences that exist between the CPU and the peripheral. Basically, the major differences are the peripheral are electromechanical and electromagnetic devices, and their manner of operation is different from the operation of the CPU and memory, which are electronics devices. Therefore, conversion of a signal value may be required. The data transfer rate of a peripheral is used slower than the transfer rate of the CPU. Consequently, synchronization mechanism may be needed. सो दिस इज माई द पेन कॉन्फ़िगरेशन ऑफ 8051. देखिए हमारे पास 8051 के पेन डायग्राम में हमारे पास हम बात करें तो 0, 1, 2 और 3 पोर्ट्स है. 3 पोर्ट्स के पेन है एंड VCC ग्राउंड इंटरप्ट्स पेन रीड राइट oscillators pin 18, 19, 20, VCC 20 number and 40 VCC. So each port 0, 1, 2, 3 are the bidirectional 8-bit input output port, and its IC is the operating temperature is minus 55 to 125 degrees Celsius. Storage temperature is minus 65 degrees Celsius to 150 degrees Celsius. Maximum operating range. Output current is 15 milliampere, and voltage on any pin with respect to ground is 1 volt to 7 volt. So devices will be we will be interfacing is LED, LCD, and interfacing. Now connection of port 0 is connected to the 8-bit LCD. Each of them is connected to 5 volt through a 330 ohm resistor. Port 1 is connected to DIP switch and 10 kilo ohm resistance. And condition is correspondingly LED should light up when switch is pressed, and if switch at P port 1 is pressed, then LED is port 0.0 should light up. Then when we are talking about a circuit, इस सर्किट डायग्राम को हमने LED के इंटरफेसिंग में करा था. सो ये वही इंटरफेसिंग का है डायग्राम, और यही हमने प्रोग्रामिंग की थी. इन ऑर्डर टू मेक द पोर्ट 0 and input, the port must be programmed by writing 1 in all the bits, and port 0 is configured first as an input port by writing 1 is 2, and then data is received from the port to send 1. तो ये हमने प्रोग्रामिंग हमने इंटरफेसिंग विद कीबोर्ड वाले 3rd यूनिट में कर ली थी. ये हमने असेंबली लैंग्वेज भी उसमें ही की थी. ये तो हमने ये पुरानी वाली स्लाइड ली है. नेक्स्ट देखिए एल इंटरफेसिंग टू LCD. LCD इज फाइंडिंग अ वाइड स्प्रेड यूज रिप्लेसिंग LED. बेसिकली LED को रिप्लेस करने के बाद हमारे पास LCD आई है. द डिक्लाइनिंग प्राइसेस ऑफ LCD, एबिलिटी टू डिस्प्ले नंबर्स, characters and graphics, incorporation of a refreshing controller within the LCD, and thereby the revealing the CPU of an additional task. LCD is a far better than 7-segment display as it has far better graphics and ease of program for characters and graphics. This is my pins for the display, that is pin out LCD 16:2 display having a 5:7 matrix. You can see here on the screen. ये आपका जो है 7-segment display भी दिख रहा है यहाँ पे. तो उसमें हमारे पास जो डिस्प्ले आता है इस स्क्रीन के ऊपर वो इस तरह से आएगा, और हमारे पास जो पिन है वो ये है कि 7 to 14 तो आपके पास डेटा पिन हो गई 8, एंड आफ्टर दैट BSS, VDD, BE, रजिस्टर सेलेक्ट, रीड राइट, अनेबल, बैकलाइट एनोड एंड बैकलाइट कैथोड हमारे पास ग्राउंड एंड पॉजिटिव है. नेक्स्ट जो है आपके पास दैट इज अ पिन नंबर, that is VCC ground, VSS ground, VCC is power supply, VE is a power supply to control contrast, RS is for 0 and 1 for the command register and data register, and RW is for 0 for write and 1 for read. E for enable, that is used by the LCD to latch the information present to its data bus, and DB0 are the DB7 हमारे पास 8 data bus हो जाएंगी 8 bit की. नेक्स्ट इज दिस माई LCD कनेक्शन। सो ये हमारा 8051 पोर्ट है और उसके साथ ये LCD कनेक्टेड है। हमारी D0 to D7 पिंस जो है LCD की कनेक्ट हो गई 8051 के पोर्ट 1.0 से लेके 1.7 तक, एंड देन पोर्ट 2.0 is connected to read, and port 2.1 is connected to read oblique write, and port 2.2 is connected is enable, and then VCC power supply 5 volt, and then VA 10 kilo ohm potentiometer, and BSS हमारे पास supply grounded होगी। And to send the command, specify command to the data pins, make read and write 0, write operation, make RSS 0, select command register, and give H to L pulse to enable. So to send data, write data to data pins, read and write is equals to 0, make RS is equals to 1, and give to H to L pulse to enable, and data is written on a positive edge of the enable signal. So another aspect to be taken care by for the busy flag, that is D7 pin. Some delays is needed for the LCD to display successfully process the command of data. So before data is to be written, check if LCD is busy. Then D7 status pin, if one, then busy. Reading the busy flag. Select command register RS is equals to 0. Select read operation R oblique W is 1. Send enable signal 1, and read the flag. Next is keyboard interfacing. When keyboard is widely used input output device and with lots of application in our everyday life, from a simple telephone to keyboard of a computer, ATM, electronic clock, elevator, keyboard is used to make input from the other for further processing, and keyboard is organized as a metric of switches in row and column. So ये मेरी LED के साथ थी कि कैसे हमारी LED वर्क करती है। See, this is my 4 rows, and this is my 3 columns, and this is VCC supply. So if the matrix of rows and column is 4 by 4, then rows and column intersect at a 16 point. This is my C4 row. So 4 column, 4 rows, and one of the connected to power supply, and another connected to the ground. This one is 4 rows and 4 column. So yes, so this is all about the interfacing with keyboard. And this is my connection to ports. Initially all the rows are set to be 0 by the controller, and columns are checked by one key, and correspondingly the connections made, and the keys will get short, and resulting the output of the corresponding column goes low, and we may have all the rows zeros, and this will give the column number to the pressed key. So you can see the A, B, C, D output, 1, 2, 3, 4 input microcontrollers, and goes into the switch. D0, D1, D2, D3 for port 1, VCC, port 2 output and input pin. These are connections to port. So this is how keypad works. So this is all about the interfacing of input output devices. Thank you, Surin. Thank you so much.